chaos and nothingness. The great Tao remains unseen. Today I, Pangu, will split open this chaos, remote heaven and earth, and set right the supreme great Tao. Pangu, how dare you destroy the foundation of our chaos? Today we shall eliminate you for the great Tao. A bunch of jumping clowns dare to contend with me? Today you all shall become nutrients for my new world.
Pangu's opening of the heavens is inevitable. Chaos will fall. We can't stay here long. We need to escape as soon as possible. Don't get caught in the crossfire.
Don't waste your power for nothing.
Yang Mei, we're fighting for our lives here. How dare you run away? Since you've come, none of you get to leave. Fine, I don't need the three of you that badly. I'll spare your lives.
I never thought that a transmigrator like me could get out of Pangu's heaven-opening catastrophe completely unscathed. I did lose half my body, but I avoided the destruction of chaos.
That's a good deal.
Mount Boudreaux has rich spiritual energy, profound Tao energy, and is full of restrictions. It's both a cultivation site and a natural barrier. Even if that old demon Luoho comes looking for me, he probably won't be able to break through these restrictions.
Let alone track me down. It's the perfect place for me to cultivate.
Has the aura of the space demon god. It's Yang Mei. It's Yang Mei. Absorb his origin and loss, and we can condense our physical forms and get our revenge. Who is Yang Mei? Why do they want to absorb his origin? Revenge! I want revenge on Yang Mei.
What is this? It's an innate spiritual energy tide.
Why does a spiritual energy tide have to hit right now? This spiritual energy tide is incredibly violent. It's probably going to destroy this entire valley. Even if the valley is destroyed, my true body isn't afraid of the tide. It wouldn't affect me at all.
But why does this have to be Mount Boudreaux of all places?
My true body only just recovered. I can't move it yet. If the spiritual energy tide triggers some kind of restriction, even if I don't die, I'm afraid millions of years of hard cultivation will go to waste.
Looks like my lucky opportunity is right here.
Liu Hao's power is getting stronger and stronger. I need to recover my cultivation faster too. I hope the opportunity here
doesn't let me down.
Hongjun, why is he here?
Someone's outside.
Should I ask this person for help? After all these years of calculation, even though I can easily break through the valley's restriction right now.
I'm currently in a weakened state.
If this person has bad intentions, I'll be in even more danger, won't I?
But if I just let this person leave,
I can't handle the spiritual energy tide all by myself. Whatever. What? Take a gamble. I'm a chaos demon god. Plus, I have the plot advantage as a transmigrator.
I don't believe I can fool a Junie. Fellow Taoist, please wait. Fellow Taoist, please wait. Fellow Taoist, please wait.
This chance opportunity in the valley was supposed to be mine. How could there be another living being here? That's strange. My destined opportunity is still here. It's been hidden by the law of space. Could the being inside the valley be fellow Taoist Yang Mei? If that's the case, this is truly a great opportunity for me. I'm Hongjun. Greetings, fellow Taoists. May I ask why you called me over? Do you have any guidance for me? I divined that my opportunity lies here. If I have intruded, please forgive me, fellow Taoists.
What? Didn't Taoist Hongjun?
I am indeed Hongjun, but I don't know what that Zhou means.
So what if it's Hongjun? There's a famous saying from online novels in my past life. First came Hongjun, then came heaven. But Yang Mei existed even before Hongjun.
Still, if it's Hongjun outside.
This is indeed tricky. Whatever. I can't back down now. Even if it's a Hongjun from the conspiracy theories.
I still have to meet him.
I am indeed Hongjun. But since you already knew I would come, fellow Taoist, may I ask your name, fellow Taoist? Please tell me. I have puzzles in my heart. I hope you can clear them up for me, fellow Taoist.
Fellow Taoist Hongjun.
It's been many years since we parted in the primordial chaos.
Could it be that you've forgotten me, fellow Taoist?
Fellow Taoist Yang Mei, you're still alive. Back then, in the chaos, I saw you struck by Pan Wu's axe, your body torn apart. I thought you had fallen long ago. I never expected you managed to escape. And now, your aura is steady. Your cultivation must have improved a great deal. This is truly wonderful news.
Great. Hongjun really didn't see through my true identity. It's me, fellow Taoist Hongjun. Long time no see. Back then I knew full well I couldn't defeat Pan Wu in direct combat. So I had to abandon half my body to escape and secluded myself here to cultivate.
It really is fate to meet you here today.
Well, Taoist Yang Mei, your powers are truly formidable. However, I must ask, why did you stir up this spiritual tide?
So Hongjun thinks I deliberately caused this spiritual surge.
Well, of course. He'd never imagine
That I, a chaos primordial god, and this week I can't even suppress a spiritual tide of this scale. You misunderstand. Fellow Taoist, this spiritual tide was not my doing. I too suffer from its effects.
Could it be that fellow Taoist Yang Mei's injuries are not yet healed? Why else would you be unable to suppress this minor spiritual surge?
You misunderstand, fellow Taoist. This spiritual tide was not my doing.
it arose naturally. I too suffer from its effects.
Could it be that fellow Taoist Yang Mei's injuries are not yet healed? Why else would you be unable to suppress this minor spiritual surge?
Fellow Taoist Hongjun, have you severed all 3 corpses?
Hello, Taoist Yang Mei. How do you know of the 3 corpses severing method I created?
Do not be agitated, fellow Taoist Hongjun.
Before I answer, let me ask you this. Do you know how many primordial worlds exist in the endless chaos?
What do you mean by that? When Pan Wu created the primordial world, that Vako Dutala Dai worlds?
I can't hold it back much longer. What do I do if this spiritual vortex erupts?
My weakened state will be exposed. Then my life and death will be at Hongjun's mercy. No, the primordial world is not singular, to be precise.
There is only one supreme primordial world.
But there are countless derived primordial worlds.
What is the supreme primordial worlds and what are the derived ones?
Precisely, the supreme primordial world is the true primordial world. The great Luo beings there are known as mythic great Luo. Mythic great Luo are omniscient and omnipotent, roaming the river of time. They perceive past, present, and future in a single glance. They are the embodiment of the Tao, all-encompassing, beginningless, and endless. As for the derived primordial worlds, they might just be a single thought, a grand dream of such beings.
No, impossible. If what you say is true, then wouldn't our fates be predetermined?
Almost there, almost.
Hongjun's resolve is wavered. Just a little more, and the deception will succeed.
Isn't it so? Otherwise, how would I know your 3 courses severing method?
Not only that,
I also know the next tribulation will be the dragon, Calamity.
Fellow Taoist Yang Mei, that proves nothing. The Dragon, Phoenix, and Kirin clans have long-standing grievances, and the atmosphere is tense. Any of us could deduce the next tribulation.
Then do you know that the instigator of this calamity is Luo?
and the next calamity is between you and Loho.
This is divine punishment. Could it be? Everything Taoist Yang Mei said is true.
Oh no, messed up big time. No web novel ever said revealing heavenly secrets would bring divine punishment. Now with divine punishment plus the restrictions of Mount Buzhou.
How can my frail body withstand this?
Adu Damian not only showed me kindness. This disaster was also caused by me revealing heavenly secret. How can I just stand by and watch?
Thankfully, I held on.
Taoist Yang Mei, I'm not skilled in defense. I'm afraid I won't last much longer. Taoist Yang Mei, what methods do you have? Please use them quickly.
Please hold on a little longer, fellow Taoist.
The knife under tribulations grows stronger with each strike, coupled with Mount Buzhou's restriction attacks. I'm afraid Hongjun won't last long. To do? What to do? Think, brain, think.
There must be a way.
Taoist Yang Mei, I can at most withstand up to the 6th Thunder Tribulation. After the 6th Tribulation, I'll be powerless.
Only 6. Then 3 remain. Even Hongjun, with his quasi-sage cultivation, can't withstand the last 3.
I'd surely die facing them myself, unless I had sage-level power.
Sage. Yes. We can make Hongjun a sage. In the original plot, Hongjun should have become a sage after defeating demon ancestor Luo.
By merging his 3 corpses.
But currently, Hongjun's accumulation falls far short. What about methods to achieve sagehood?
Strength path won't work. Merit path will work.
Origin path might... whatever. Let's gamble.
Fellow Taoist Hongjun, would you like to walk the mythical great Luo path?
Taoist Yang Mei is willing to instruct.
Naturally. But I'm at a critical moment in my cultivation. If I act,
I fear nearly 10,000 years of hard training will vanish. So I must trouble fellow Taoist Hongjun to act.
Please instruct me, Taoist Yang Mei. I won't forget your kindness.
I can only tell you, how far you go on the path ahead depends on yourself.
The mythical Great Luo Path is divided into mythical Heavenly Immortal, mythical Golden Immortal, and mythical Great Luo. Those at mythical Great Luo roam the river of time. Thus, the mythical Celestial Immortal who created the world became the master of a realm, controlling the entire river of time. World creators are divided into external and internal realms. Those who create external realms follow the path of force. Those who create internal realms follow the path of essence. Creating an internal realm is easy, but an external one is hard.
So, Pangu was walking the path of the mythical Daluo. No wonder he was so strong. But even someone as powerful as Pangu failed to create an external realm. It seems my path is to create an internal world through the path of essence. Create.
Creating an internal realm is easy, but an external one is hard.
Success. What's going on? Taoist Yang Mei, please enlighten me. How can I stabilize the space of my internal world? It's a residual will of a Chaos Fiend God. Oh no. Why now, of all times? I've integrated my laws into the internal world. My power is less than a tenth. Fellow Taoist Yang Mei is unfathomable. At this point, I can only trust fellow Taoist Yang Mei.
I never thought you all hadn't completely perished.
When did you hide in the shadows?
Yang Mei, stop struggling. Offer your body willingly.
What to do? Hongjun is creating an internal world right now. He probably can't even take care of himself at this moment. What to do? Who else can help me?
Fellow Taoist Yang Mei, stop struggling. After we take over your body, you'll become one of us. We'll seek revenge on Pangu together. Revenge.
Revenge. I have an idea, fellow Taoists. Pingyu is dead now. Even if you want revenge,
I'm afraid you can't achieve it.
How is that possible? Pangu was so powerful. How could he die? You must be lying. Who are you? Why are you talking to me? Revenge. I'll kill you. Avenge Pangu.
as expected of the residual will, not very bright. Now you want to avenge Pangu again. Oh, Pangu is dead.
He wasn't your only enemy.
Have you forgotten who led you to your deaths? It was Luo Hou. Don't you want a revenge on Luo Hou?
Luo Hao? Who is Luo Hao? I don't remember. Revenge. Avenge Luo Hao. Come, young Mei. Luo Hao, become one with us.
Pangu's not dead. After you took over my body, you will never find Pangu.
Tell us, where is Pangu? Who is Pangu? How is he not dead? Revenge. You go and take revenge on Pangu.
After the Mako Pangu created the heavens, his soul transformed into zinc.
So San Qing is Pang? But only I know where Sun King is.
San Qie, take us to find San Qing now. San Qing? Who is San Qing? Revenge. Find San King for revenge.
I'm fine.
We'll follow you. If we can't find San King, we'll kill you. Fellow Taoist young Mei, please save me.
Save you? What's wrong? Are there other enemies?
No, fellow Taoist young man. I have created an inner world, but the space is unstable, and it could collapse at any moment. Fellow Taoist young man, 戴三, how to stabilize the space? I'm afraid this humble Taoist cannot repay your kindness in imparting the Tao.
No, I've gone too far. Hongjun is going to be killed because of me. If he dies, I can't withstand the tribulation lightning either. What to do? Wait, that's not right. Why would Hongjun fail?
He just mentioned stabilizing space. Fellow Taoist Hongjun,
This object is actually a piece of my branch.
which Pangu cut off from me long ago. It contains the laws of space. If used to support your inner world,
It will surely help you stabilize the space.
Fellow Taoist young man, your kindness, I'm afraid I can never repay it in this lifetime.
Time is of the essence. Fellow Taoist Hongjun.
you should quickly stabilize the space of your inner world.
Success! I have created a world of my own.
My son, Fengxian, cough. Where's my friend Hongjun?
Damn, is this the primordial Tao? So powerful. This aura probably far surpasses San Qing. And those merit saints, right? Congratulations on achieving the divine transformation heavenly immortal. Now on, your Tao path is smooth, free and unfettered in the primordial world.
Fellow Taoist young man, now that I have attained divine transformation, heavenly mortal, I finally believe your earlier words about the supreme primordial. Since the supreme primordial exists, then all living beings within the derivative primordial chaos would be as illusory as a dream bubble, wouldn't they? Even if I attain the divine transformation celestial immortal realm, can I truly be carefree?
I've confused this kid. Fellow Taoist Hongjun, that's a brilliant point.
Please, enlighten me. Fellow Taoist young man.
Fellow Taoist Hongjun, let me ask you this.
Can a divine transformation, celestial immortal, achieve true freedom?
Naturally not.
Then can a divine transformation, golden immortal, achieve it?
Likely not.
What about a divine transformation great law?
As derivatives of the supreme primordial chaos, we are like the reflection of a great tree in water. Can the reflection of the tree in the water truly exist independently of the tree on the shore?
Naturally, it can. The grading mightiness numbers 50. Having the rise 49, one escapes.
And I am that one which escaped.
Thank you for your guidance, fellow Taoists.
Seriously, I just said a few words and you broke through again? We're both chaos fiends. Why are you so exceptional?
Fellow Taoist young man, during my recent breakthrough, I felt a sense of disconnection. My inner world seems more like a treasure than a part of me. Could it be my divine transformation, celestial immortal breakthrough went awry?
Fellow Taoist, Hongjun's comprehension is truly heaven-defying. To grasp the path beyond the divine transformation, celestial immortal, so quickly.
Please enlighten me further.
The path of the divine transformation, Great Luo, focuses power within oneself.
Every punch and kick harnesses the power of the entire world, not like you who brings the world out.
A divine transformation, celestial immortal, must internalize the world.
Then you're the world. You've built a house.
But you're still outside, hence the disconnection.
How does one internalize the world?
How should I know? I don't even have an inner world yet. Each person's method of creating a world is different, so the method of internalizing it must also differ.
You must find your own path.
I created the world and my laws advanced and integrated into it. Thus, I can only manipulate laws by controlling the world. I see. Then the final step remains. Internalize the world. I am the world. How do I proceed? Heaven and earth were like a chaotic chicken egg, Pangu born with N. Heaven rose a Zhang daily, earth thickened a Zhang daily. Pen beneath grew a Zhang daily. I understand. I hope it is possible. Since I cannot internalize the world, then I shall emulate the great Pangu, embodied as heaven and earth. Thus, the world is me. The feeling of separation has vanished. Is this the perfection of the mythical celestial immortal realm? If even mythical celestial immortals are this powerful, what about the mythical golden immortals that follow? And the mythical great Luo immortals? How immensely powerful must they be? This humble Taoist is growing ever more expectant.
I never imagined that the cultivation path I fabricated on a whim could actually be practiced. For now, I needn't worry about Hongjun turning hostile.
Alas,
But I played the part of being too profound and inscrutable before. And now it's awkward to bring up and ask for advice on those mythical celestial immortal cultivation methods. And of course, the demonic god's lingering thoughts.
Fellow Taoist young Mei, I am indebted to you once more.
Fellow Taoist Hongjun, you're being too formal. Do not consider this humble Taoist a friend.
Fellow Taoist young Mei misunderstands me. It's just that not repaying a kindness might affect my Tao heart.
No need for repayment. Now that fellow Taoist Hongjun has broken through.
can you discern if there's anything amiss with this humble Taoist?
Fellow Taoist young Mei's cultivation is profound and deep. This humble Taoist truly cannot perceive it.
That is good, then. I've troubled fellow Taoist Hongjun.
This humble cultivation is challenging, unable to resolve fellow Taoist young Mei's doubts. For the sake of this humble Taoist, please accept these magical treasures.
This small banner's aura of slaughter is so intense. Could it be... Pangu banner?
Fellow Taoist young Mei has a discerning eye.
As for these two lotus platforms, they should be the 12th grade purifying white lotus.
And the 12th grade merit golden lotus, correct?
Indeed, after Pangu opened the heavens, Tao's green lotus transformed into 6 lotus platforms. These are 2 of them.
As for these two treasures, could they be the Chaos Pearl and the Falling Treasure Coin?
Fellow Taoist discernment is truly extraordinary. The Chaos Pearl is a Chaos Supreme treasure, but this humble Taoist has already opened an inner world. This treasure is of no use to me anymore.
The Chaos Pearl contains an inner space, useless to Hongjun who has opened an inner world. But I have mastered the laws of space.
It will surely complement the Chaos Pearl perfectly.
These treasures are merely chance acquisitions from my travels in the primordial world. Truly not worth mentioning.
If you weren't smiling so smugly, I might have believed your nonsense. These magical treasures. I'm afraid you found them.
Using the fragments of the creation jaded goods for divination.
It seems fellow Taoist Yang Mei quite likes these treasures.
Since fellow Taoist Hongjun says so, this humble Taoist can hardly refuse. However, you also need some treasures for protection.
Take 3. The other 2 treasures involve karma with sages.
Even if you, Hongjun, dared to give them, I wouldn't dare to take them.
Today, hearing fellow Taoist Yang Mei's words, this humble Taoist has benefited greatly. But now I have some trivial matters to attend to. I won't disturb fellow Taoist Yang Mei any further.
Please, go ahead.
That old fellow Hongjun is finally gone. Although I didn't get to ask for the detailed method of creating an inner world, it's a bit regrettable, but nothing is more important than staying alive.
Oh. Gotta keep lying low.
The primordial world is still too dangerous. Until I become a quasi-sage. No. A sage.
I absolutely won't leave the mountain. This is the space inside the Chaos Pearl.
Then can I also cleave heaven and earth?
How did Hongjun do it? It seems he used his own laws to support the entire world. Failed, as expected.
My current strength is not enough to cleave heaven and earth.
Big brother, look, such a huge tree.
Oh, such long legs.
Strange. The aura of the tribulation lightning has completely vanished. Could this tree absorb the tribulation lightning?
Was our tribulation lightning? Then is it an innate spiritual root? Big brother, let's dig it up and plant it in our yard.
You 2 little ones, you want to dig up this humble Taoist?
Hey, big brother, look, it can talk.
Senior, my little sister was presumptuous. We sincerely apologize.
It's fine, but the primordial world is exceptionally perilous.
In the future, do not act recklessly.
She thanks Senior for the guidance.
No way. Is this Fres? Then that one who doesn't look too clever. Could it be Anvidive?
Hey, big tree, how can you talk? We've traveled all this way and never seen the talking tree before.
Those you've seen are all lifeless things.
How can they compare to this humble Taoist?
Lifeless things? What are those?
Is this really the human ancestress? I unilaterally declare her expelled from humanity on behalf of all humans. A dead thing. Form exists, but spirit is gone. Substance remains, but vitality is cut off, the opposite of living beings.
Altogether, spirit lost.
Substance remains, vitality severed.
This is enlightenment?
Is this the comprehension of the first batch of primordial innate beings?
Truly the darlings of the primordial world.
Thank you, fellow Taoists, for enlightening my younger sister.
This humble Taoist merely spoke casually.
Your sister is someone of great destiny, naturally favored by heaven and earth.
Great destiny.
Fuxia, Niwa. If I were to twist their fates,
Or even make Niwa achieve sainthood early.
Hongjun's expression would probably be quite amusing. Right? Great destiny. Young friend Fuxi, you probably don't know. Young friend Niwa is a heaven-destined saint. Targeted by the heavenly Tao again.
Although the heavenly Tao only gave a warning and didn't send down Kalidi lightning like last time.
But this is still not something an ordinary Daluo can meddle with. This Fuxi is quite formidable.
Please, fellow Taoist, enlighten us.
This is actually not a major issue, according to my humble deduction.
Young friend Niwa is destined for a great meritorious deed in the future.
She is fated to become a heavenly Tao saint.
May I ask, Venerable One, what is a heavenly Tao saint?
Spoke too soon. Hongjun hasn't achieved sainthood yet. Primordial beings only know of the primordial chaos, golden immortal. The heavenly Dao Saint realm is on par with the primordial chaos, golden, immortal. Moreover, a heavenly Dao Saint's primordial spirit is entrusted to the heavenly Dao as long as the primordial world exists.
The saint does not die.
A heavenly Tao saint is immortal and indestructible.
But it's also a pity. Young friend Nuwa awakened the human Dao,
She could have gone even further.
but unfortunately influenced by Hongjun. In the end, she only achieved heavenly Dao sainthood.
Hongjun, Venerable One, what does this mean?
Although I haven't interacted with Hongjun for long, I always feel that old fellow Hongjun isn't the scheming type.
Perhaps she was schemed against by Hongjun.
Or perhaps young friend Nuwa gave up herself.
My sister's heart for seeking the Tao is firm. If there was a chance to go further, my sister would never give up. If that's the case, be careful of that guy named Hongjun. What's going on? Why do I feel my Tao heart trembling? Who's plotting against me?
This humble Taoist and Hongjun are old acquaintances.
In my view,
Fellow Taoist Hongjun isn't a sinister or cunning person.
Thank you for the guidance, senior. I'll remember that. This is...
Holy crap. Fussy is also gaining enlightenment? Seriously?
am I the only useless one in this world? These law forces, I think I can absorb them.
I've recovered to the primordial golden immortal level. My strength is no weaker than Hongjun when we first met, but so awesome.
Thank you, senior.
What did you mean by I gave up on going further?
Here we go. Can you outbluff the master bluffer?
Story time.
If Envy, Wei, and Fushi continue to gain enlightenment,
I might be able to keep absorbing law forces and break through.
if fellow Taoist Ni Wei awakens the human Dao in the future and goes further,
She could become the master of the human Tao.
the master of a Dao. That's a existence eternal across all heavens, all worlds, all time and space.
All heavens, all worlds, all time and space, an eternal existence.
But this path is extremely difficult to walk. In the future, one person arrogantly tried to become the master of the heavenly Dao. He ended up merging with the heavenly Dao, trapped within it, unable to escape. Another person transformed into reincarnation, becoming the master of the earthly Dao. He succeeded, but he too was trapped in the underworld, unable to take a single step out.
Could it be? This is why I gave up. If that's the case, is there no one who has successfully mastered a Tao?
Yes. The Empress Nuwa, existing within all that is and is not in the world. Existing within all that cannot be spoken, cannot be heard, cannot be thought, cannot be acted upon. Cannot be spoken, cannot be heard, cannot be thought, cannot be acted upon.
What kind of existence is that?
The creator of all things.
Oh, did I overdo the blustering again? Boom, let these two have another enlightenment session. I haven't finished making things up. The Empress Nuwa is too far removed from us. Moreover, she's the kind of existence where speaking of her is wrong. Thinking of her is fallacious. Let's talk about something we can understand.
Please enlighten us, senior.
Let's talk about your path to enlightenment, fellow Taoist and Viwa. According to the original trajectory, you were to create humans by molding clay, successfully fuse the primordial purple chi, then gain vast merits, ultimately achieving sagehood, but that's only the lowest level of primordial chaos.
I don't want to be some low-level primordial chaos. I want to master the human Tao like Empress Nuwa.
Please enlighten us, senior. We siblings will surely repay you generously.
Little friend Nuwa has profound attainments in the Tao of creation. You can fully prove the Tao and become a sage through the Tao of creation. Naturally, there's no need to rely on merits to prove the Tao.
The Tao of creation is that powerful?
Now, the primordial world is newly opened. A heavenly Tao is not yet formed. The great Tao is manifest in the world. This is precisely your opportunity, little friend Nuwa. If you can create humans ahead of time, now you can create all living beings in the world. It will be enough to perfect your own Tao of creation. Then cleanse yourself with immeasurable merits, removing impurities. It will absolutely be enough to prove the supreme primordial chaos Tao fruit.
Ah, but senior, what are humans? And how should I create all things?
What's so difficult about that?
This is...
I can very well tell you this is imagery from the previous life's blue star, can I? This is a complete war. Tao gives birth to one gives birth to two gives birth to three gives birth to all things. Oh, things carry yin and embrace yang, achieving harmony through the blending of ethereal energy.
Thus forming a harmonious whole.
Little sister, she's about to comprehend the Tao.
Just like this, after bluffing for so long.
Finally, there are laws to absorb.
The senior's kindness in transmitting the Tao, I will never forget it.
The Tao begins from the void. The void gives birth to the universe gives birth to Qi.
The light clear Qi ascends and becomes the heavens. The heavy turbid Qi congeals and becomes the earth.
Senior,
I'm just making this up. And there are celestial phenomena. The primordial chaos arises. Xuanfeng appears. Yin and Yang transform with the Tao as a guiding principle. The single breath gives rise to all phenomena. The 4 seasons alternate, transforming vicissitudes. Metal and stone melt in the furnace of heaven and earth. Grass and trees flourish and wither with the sun and moon to comprehend the infinite meaning of life.
Observe the deep fish ascending the vast sky.
The Tao begins from the void expanse. The void expanse gives birth to the universe. The universe gives birth to Qi.
what? What kind of power is this? Why do I feel the entire sea of blood is being suppressed? Such a rich Tao of creation. Who is it?
What's going on? Our divine souls were just shaken.
Who on earth triggered such a phenomenon? What's happening? The creation jade disc is actually trembling. Could something major be about to happen? Is it the immeasurable cataclysm that fellow Taoist Yang Mei spoke of? This is the great Tao completely fusing. Little sister, could she be about to prove the Tao?
Now that you've broken through and seen my true strength, you plan to silence me? Could Tim move? Am I dying? No, wait. If I can hide in the chaos dimension, there's a chance. This is the remnant will of a chaos demon god. When did it parasitize me? Even Hongjun didn't notice when he broke through. Unless VWI's cultivation has already surpassed Hongjun's. Oh, is Hongjun scheming against me?
Senior tree, I've cleansed the impurity in your body. But you are a senior master. How can you be scared by a junior?
Just a pitiful creature slain by Pangu, only dared to hide in me while I was injured. But since fellow Taoist and VW has attained the primordial unity, let's address each other as fellow Taoists from now on.
I'm Ning the Yo-I. Today I attained the primordial unity.
Primordial unity. The Tao I've been desperately seeking. How can it be MVW? This direction is non-visual. Where fellow Taoist Yang Mei reside. Could all this be related to fellow Taoist Yang Mei?
So this is the primordial unity realm? Such immense power.
We pay respects to the Holy Mother.
Ah, power! I feel an endless surge of power.
Thank you, Holy Mother, for your blessing.
Thank you, fellow Taoist, for showing us the path.
Minor issue, just the primordial unity Tao fruit. Compared to the true mythical Tao fruit, it's nothing special.
Fellow Taoist, could you tell us more about that mythical Tao fruit?
Seems I've exaggerated again. What even is a mythical Tao fruit?
I don't even know myself.
We beg you to enlighten us. We'll never forget this kindness.
That unknown primordial demon god earlier.
I casually misled him, and he went off to create a world. These are the future Satron, VWA, and human emperor Fuxi.
Should I try again?
Maybe I can really fool them into creating an entirely new mythological system. A mythical Tao fruit realm is where the legendary Tao sovereign resides.
It's still far too distant for you now. Let me first explain what a mythical Great Luo is.
The so-called mythical Great Luo is a realm independent of ordinary primordial Great Luo.
Great Luo transcends all time and space, eternally free.
Once attained, forever attained, they can manipulate time and space.
Invariant causality, they exist and not exist.
Supreme and unparalleled, though not yet the unspeakable, indescribable supreme realm. This is already theoretically the highest in all realms, the ultimate existence attainable.
The Great Luo transcends all time and space, eternally free and unfettered.
Follow Taoist. How does one properly attain the Great Luo realm?
Main current understanding is still shallow. How to step into Great Luo.
Please teach me, fellow Taoist.
In my view, there are also two methods to prove the Tao of Great Luo. First is to gather the projections of all heavens and worlds, using one's own power to step into the river of time. From then on, the heavens do not perish. Great Luo does not die. The second is to separate heaven and earth, powerless one's own exclusive river of time.
Step into the time of the real world, pursue the past, spread to the future. Does heaven and earth not permit this path to appear?
Big brother, this is the heavens and earth are shaking. 는 句题英语来小胖子. The heavenly secrets are in chaos. I can't investigate any.
The heavenly immortal separates heaven and earth. The golden immortal coalesces the river of time. And the great law is to pursue the trinity of past, future, and present.
Separate heaven and earth. Coalesce one's own river of time. Step into the time of the real world. Pursue the past. Spread to the future.
This is separating heaven and earth. I was just saying it offhand. Fushi, one stroke opens the heavens. Are these two siblings both monsters? Is opening the heavens really that simple? Could the things I said randomly all be true?
The heavenly immortal separates heaven and earth. The golden immortal coalesces the river of time. The great Luo pursues the unity of past, future, and present. Tanao. Time and space are set. How can they be spied upon? Begone!
Unbelievably ancient goddess, daughter of the emperor, born in chaos.
Human face, snake body. 70 transformations in a day.
I'm VW Ha, Harishun the goddess, born in chaos, human face, snake body, 70 transformations in a day. Fellow Taoist didn't govern your yacht. This traces back to before the great god, Pan Gu. To the sister, you have proven the Tao, the mythical great Luo spoken of by fellow Taoist young Mei.
Should not yet be considered the complete Great Luo realm. Fellow Taoist Yang Mei said the Great Luo spreads through past and future. I have only occupied the past so far, and have not yet fully extended to the future. Many thanks for your guidance, fellow Taoist. NVWI will never forget it.
You are too polite, fellow Taoist.
Fellow Taoist, for this enlightenment, I've faintly felt a calling. It seems it wants me to spread the Tao across the primordial wilderness. I'm not sure if I should follow this calling.
That's straight up stealing Hongjun's.
Duke Ford, spreading the Tao. Nua is truly something else. Let's see how you merge with the Tao and scheme against people now, Hongjun. Of course you should follow it.
This is a blessing bestowed upon you by heaven and earth.
It means you're meant to become the teacher of all living beings.
I understand now. Thank you for clarifying this for me, fellow Taoist. I am Nua, and I have just attained the Hunyuan Tao. I will construct the palace of Nua within the chaos. 3,000 years from now, I will begin lecturing on the great Tao. All those fated may come to listen. Fellow Taoist, my brother and I will take our leave now. After I finish spreading the Tao, I will come back to seek your guidance.
Wait, how do I leave here? Hold on. You guys come back. Teach me how to take human form. Seriously, I've bustled this whole time, and I'm still just a tree. What is this? Am I about to create my own world too? I remember there are many ways to create a world. Right now, I'm a tree. Does that mean I can become a world tree? In the Viking worldview, the universe isn't just empty void. It's supported and connected by a massive ash tree.
Fellow Taoist, where did my huge fellow Taoist go?
In the void before time even began to flow. For the first time, he gained consciousness. He felt that he
Was a sleeping seed, wrapped in a lightless, soundless chaos. No one knows how many eternal moments passed.
two forces began to touch its outer shell. One side was extreme cold, the embodiment of end. The other side was blazing heat, the mark of birth. Ice and fire intertwined across the seed coat.
Cracks spread out like the first thread of fate. Did I manage to take human form successfully? Why is the world I created so damn small? Am I really that weak?
I get that I'm not as good as Nuwa and Fu, but why does it feel like even some random nobody in the primordial wilderness is stronger than me?
My world tree system is that useless? What's this? The Palace of Nuwa. Has the lecture already started? Hurry.
3,000 years have passed. Saint Nuwa is about to lecture on the Tao.
Let's hurry over or we won't get a seat. It really has started already. I'll open the heavens. Directly opened for 3,000 years.
No, I can't step into the chaos.
Right, the nothingness of chaos keeps eroding my existence. I feel like if I go in, my Tao principles will be assimilated. Big brother, how do we cross this chaos? Chaos represents the ultimate nothingness. We're all born from Father Pangua's existence. I'm afraid it's very hard to cross. What should we do if we can't cross the chaos? We won't reach our palace to hear the Tao. Look, there seems to be someone crossing the chaos. How is that possible? He's actually not being simulated by the chaos. Wait, look closely. That fellow Taoist. It seems with every step he takes, earth, fire, wind, and water surge and perish beneath his feet. Using the earth, fire, wind, and water of his own inner world to counteract the nothingness of chaos. Big brother, what are you talking about? I see now. Using existence to oppose nothingness, using one's own Tao. To carve out a foothold within the chaos. I understand now too. Watch me. Ah,
Those three guys. One uses the Taiji diagram. One uses the Jade Rui.
One uses the four swords of Zhuxin.
Could they be the future Sanqing? 你 see, do the both part twos.
big brother, second brother, so fast. How can he be so fast? We've exhausted our power of laws just to create a temporary spiritual realm. Yet, he's strolling as if on a walk. No, look closer. That fellow Taoist. He's not creating a temporary spiritual realm. What he's stepping on is a real, complete world. A real world. Could he be like Father Pangu, carrying a whole world within him? Ah, impossible. Father Pangu has long since transformed into all things. What is this? The river of time. This is actually the real river of time. The river of time. Let's go. We mustn't be disrespectful at a sage's abode. It's him. That fellow Taoist can actually sit with Sage Nua. That fellow Taoist is also a sage. There are actually so many true worlds. Such rich Tao aura is gathered here. Almost all the great Tao of the primordial world.
3,000 years have passed. This humble Taoist, sensing the heavens and earth, bestows upon you the supreme great Tao. Chaos moves, heaven and earth open, Tao arises. There's a thing formed in chaos, one before heaven and earth. I do not know its name. It cycles without cease. It can be considered the mother of heaven and earth. I once heard fellow Taoist Yang Mei discuss the Tao at Mount Buzhou and learned that world cultivation can be divided into 3 realms: celestial immortal, golden immortal, and great law. The so-called celestial immortal is to open heaven and earth, achieve a true world. Just like the father god Pangu of old.
Father God Pangu is only a celestial immortal. Haha. That is the great god Pangu. Great god Pangu is only a celestial immortal. How is that possible?
Opening heaven and earth, merging with the world, refining illusion into reality, existing with the world, clearly perceiving the great Tao, making oneself eternal within the true world. This is the celestial immortal.
Sag, celestial immortal, golden immortal, great Luo. The celestial immortal realm is already so terrifying. Then what level should the golden immortal be?
Clearly perceiving the great Tao, eternal within the true world. Yet, this only sees the present, not yet seeing the past and future. Still like a small boat on the sea of Tao. If the Tao sea stirs slightly, there is danger of capsizing. To advance further, one must construct one's own river of time. Comprehending past, present, and future is the golden immortal. Beyond this, if one can manifest one's own river of time in the true world, trace the past, extend into the future. Let the present self, past self, and future self become a trinity. Three bodies coexisting, transcending time. One can eternally prove the great Luo.
Transcending the true world, standing above the true world.
Fellow Taoists must know, all we see and hear is but illusion. Without seeing the great Tao, all is like a dream bubble, shadow. In the eyes of the great Luo, we could cease to exist in a single thought. I hope all fellow Taoists can strive with me to open heaven and earth, refine illusion into reality, to see the great Tao. Let the worlds created by Father God Pangu, its radiance forever illuminate the true world.
We humbly request the sage to bestow the Tao. Refining illusion into reality. Today, refining illusion into reality, descending into the real world, I finally know who I am. I, Ninka, celestial of Tao confirmation. Combined. Forge the false into the true. Establish one's roots in the mortal realm. So that's how it is. That makes perfect sense. Many thanks to Empress Nua for granting me the Tao.
We are all descendants of Father God Pangu. We should contribute to the world Father God created. No need for thanks. I hope all fellow Taoists will strive with me and achieve the great Lu enlightenment soon. Surpass the mortal realm. We strive together.
Fellow Taoists, I seem to see the future of Hongjun. Because of today's sermon, calamities will break out one after another, and countless lives will perish.
This is inevitable.
The origin of Hongjun is limited. There simply isn't enough energy to support so many celestials achieving the Tao.
May I ask, fellow Taoist, is there any way to save this?
Hongjun has its limits, but chaos is boundless.
During the 3,000 years, Nua cultivated the Tao. Sanqing, Jiayin, Zhunqi, and other top innate gods and demons. one after another, successively opened up their own worlds and achieved the status of celestial of Tao confirmation. The worlds they created merged into Hongjun. Even though this expanded the territory of Hongjun, it also took a massive amount of origin energy from the Hongjun world. Gradually, Hongjun's origin energy became far from sufficient. The world's origin began to dry up.
Ah. This land belongs to our Qilin clan. Your dragon clan's ancestor dragon wants to expand and forge the falls into the troop. You can just use the territories your clan controls across the 4 seas. What's the meaning of coveting our land? Bullshit. The lands of Hongjun are vast and boundless. Why should they all belong to your Qilin clan? Does ancestor Qilin really want to forge the entire Hongjun land into the troop and turn it into his own inner world?
This land is vast and rich in resources. Your Qilin clan has no right to claim it all for yourselves. The Dragon clan and the Phoenix clan have joined forces to pressure the Qilin clan, demanding the Qilin clan hand over part of the land to them. Naturally, the Qilin clan refuses, and the Great War between the three clans breaks out completely. The Longhan calamity officially begins. The entire Hongjun is thrown into chaos, mountains and rivers shattered, blood flows like a river, countless innocents perish.
The Longhan calamity has still come to pass.
Better to achieve the Great Luo enlightenment first, without a firm footing in the mortal realm. Even if we can unify the past, present, and future into one, and have the power to stop it, even if we stop it this time, it will still be nothing but an illusion. You can't change this fundamentally.
Only a great Luo can truly change everything. I have thought this would be the hardest step.
But when I finally got here, everything suddenly became clear. Turns out, none of this is really that difficult after all.
Once you see it clearly, you can naturally achieve it.
Time and space are stilled. No prying is allowed.
You are a pioneer. I respect you. But you cannot stop me from moving forward. Congratulations. The past is set in stone. When it can still accommodate the future, that is true, great Luo. To have succeeded. I was always meant to succeed.
Past, present, future three forms merged into one, transcending the river of time, standing above the mortal realm and Great Luo name.
This is the ultimate realm of Great Lu, the embryonic form of the Tao fruit.
Congratulations, fellow Taoist, on attaining Great Luo.
What is this place? Chaos. How did we end up here? This is more Pangu.
Congratulations, fellow Taoist.
Teacher's fellow Taoist, what kind of existence is this senior?
My name is Young Mei.
$3,000 have passed, and the first sermon has concluded. With this succession of Senqing and Jing Junti, the rest of you may leave. Yes, disciple takes leave. The core of my Tao does not lie in splitting the heavens and creating the world. It does not lie in celestial immortals or golden immortals, but in that supreme great law. You 5 are the ones I believe have the greatest chance of stepping into this realm. That is why I kept you all here on purpose.
Yes, teacher. What exactly is Great Lua?
The realm of Great Lo is the ultimate path of cultivation. Fellow Taoist Yang Mei from Kulin Mountains once said, to attain Great Lo, you must use your own river of time to merge with the river of time and space of the real world. Only then do you have a chance to step into the realm of Great Lo. Gather your own personal river of time, step into the time of the real world, chase the past, extend into the future. Only then can you become immortal and indestructible.
Teacher, could you explain this in more detail?
The cultivation path I demonstrated during my first sermon. You all should already be familiar with it by now.
That's right, teacher once said that splitting the heavens and creating the world makes one a celestial immortal. Building your own river of time upon the celestial immortal foundations makes one a golden immortal. Then for Great Law, which stands above golden immortal. This will not first complete the path of the golden immortal.
That is correct. As for what a golden immortal is, the most critical part is the birth of your own personal river of time and how to give birth to oneself in the river of time. The most crucial thing is to form a self-perfecting real world. I have some spiritual treasures. You can go and divide them to aid your path.
Thank you, teacher, for bestowing treasures. Where are my spiritual treasures? I had so many of them.
I still have doubts, so I came specifically to ask you, fellow Taoist.
I already know your thoughts. Do you want to ask if there is a path beyond the Great Law?
Please enlighten me, fellow Taoist.
The river of time merging into the real river of time. Standing in the real world is the great Lua, tracing back to the past. Merging with the past self. That is, the great perfection of the great Lua. Standing into the future. Occupying all possible futures, merging with the future self. That is the great Lu's ultimate realm.
It can also be called the embryonic form of the Tao fruit.
The embryonic form of the Tao fruit. Then beyond the Great Law.
Is the Tao fruit the result of the great Tao?
The so-called Tao fruit realm is indescribable beyond discussion. A thought about it is wrong. A word about it is falsehood.
Only upon reaching the Tao fruit realms was one truly transcendent.
In the Tao fruit realm, heaven and earth perish, but the self is eternal. A single thought can alter reality. A single thought can conceal all existence.
That is the one.
Thank you, fellow Taoist, for bestowing the Tao.
This path is arduous. I hope you can gain something from it.
May I ask, fellow Taoist, now the calamity energy in the primordial world is surging. The 3 clans of Dragon, Phoenix, and Qilin are at war, causing immense suffering. How should this tribulation be resolved?
Haven't I already told you the method?
Fellow Taoist only said the primordial world has limits, but chaos has no limit. I thought you were telling me the solution lies outward in seeking chaos. But I traced the past, extended into the future, and still could not find a good solution.
You are deluded.
Please enlighten me, fellow Taoists.
Sigh, fine. Let me explain the current primordial world.
Its dimension is here.
Its foundational energy is finite, insufficient to support so many celestial mortals attaining the Tao. Resources are insufficient, so living beings for survival and advancement
Naturally give rise to conflict. To tribulation is thus born to balance consumption.
But if resources were sufficient, even infinite, would there still be a need for internal strife to compete for resources?
Fellow Taoist means seek foundational energy from the infinite chaos. Seek resources.
Exactly, so
Or perhaps my cultivation is not profound enough. I have explored countless futures, yet still failed to find it. A method to extract resources from the infinite chaos. The chaotic energy is too volatile and explosive, impossible to harness. Instead, it assimilates everything.
that's because it hasn't changed yet.
Now, 这希望方前清神理
The dimension of the primordial world determines its upper limit.
It hasn't ascended yet. Its height is insufficient, like a bottle.
The neck is too narrow. How could it possibly contain the boundless energy of chaos for its own use?
dimensional ascension.
Yes, ascension,
When the primordial world has 3,000 supreme divine demons who have attained the great Luo fruit,
and the power of 3,000 great Luo.
the primordial world can step into the era I end primordial world 2.0. Then the entire world will expand outward, actively absorbing the chaotic energy for its own use.
With abundant primordial energy, then, the primordial world will no longer face scarcity.
All beings will follow their own path, and naturally, internal strife will cease.
No more calamities will arise.
Minor conflicts, like the current tribulation of the Kalpa, will naturally vanish into thin air.
On behalf of all beings of the primordial world, I thank you, fellow Taoist, for bestowing this path and illuminating the way forward.
Hey, big brother, the three clans have suffered heavy casualties and have to withdraw from the primordial world to recuperate. Now is the perfect time for us, brothers, to take control of the primordial world. Second brother speaks wisely. I'm Hongjun. I'm Tai today, moved by heaven and earth. Moved by the primordial world, I hereby establish the demon tribe. All beings born of heaven and earth, nurtured by the sun and moon, are part of the demon tribe. I, Dijun, I'm the demon emperor. I, Tai Yi, am the demon sovereign. We respectfully obey the orders of the demon emperor and demon sovereign. The vast primordial world was created by the Father God. How can two insignificant upstarts, mere beasts and reptiles, presume to dominate it?
No need for anger. They're just a rebel. How can they compare to us, the Wu tribe created from the Father God's own blood?
Xue Ming is right. Our Wu tribe is not something their demon tribe can match. From this day forth, the land of the primordial world belongs to our Wu tribe. I, Dijiang, I, Jurong, I, Gong, today moved by heaven and earth. Moved by the primordial world, hereby establish the Wu tribe. The Wu tribe shall rule the earth. All living beings of heaven and earth shall be under the governance of our Wu tribe. Big brother, what do we do now? Those 12 barbarians have occupied the land, and their fortune has surged. What about our demon tribe? If their Wu tribe rules the earth, then our demon tribe shall rule the heavens. I am the demon emperor Daixun, sensing the chaos of the primordial heaven and earth with order lost. Henceforth, our demon clan shall rule the heavens, bringing order to the world and restoring the primordial order. Big brother, I feel that now compared to that dead ancestral dragon. I'm not far behind. Perhaps before long, we can surpass even the sage Nua. Do not speak recklessly. The realm of sages is not for us to glimpse. Kill all the barbaric witch tribe. Long live the demon emperor. The demon clan shall never be slaves. Kill all the feathered fiends. Victory to the ancestral witches.
Fellow Taoist, this time has their future changed.
That depends on your choice, fellow Taoist. In your opinion, the Great Lu Dao.
Is it time to reveal it completely? The witch and demon clans locked in fierce battle. Even the lofty Dijun and Tai,
Or the mighty 12 ancestral witches, they have no idea that their seemingly magnificent fate
hinges merely on the whim of these two beings. What if it is revealed?
If the Great Lord is made public, the primordial world might have a greater chance to birth more powerful beings. There's also a greater possibility of ascending dimensions earlier.
Since you already know the benefits, why ask me?
The Great Lo Dao originates from you, fellow Taoist. Without your consent, how dare I spread it widely?
If you wish to do it, then do it.
If the primordial world can ascend, it benefits both you and me greatly.
Your compassion is vast, fellow Taoist. On behalf of all beings in the primordial world, I thank you. I am Nuwa. In 3,000 years, I will hold the second discourse at the Wahuang Palace. All destined ones may attend.
Sage Nuwa is holding another discourse. This big brother, do you think the sage might? Could it be? Prepare yourselves. Perhaps we'll have a better path to follow. Big brother, the sage, this time, perhaps we have hoped to glimpse the realm beyond golden immortal. Fellow Taoist Hongjun, this is our chance. Finally, we've waited. There is indeed a path beyond golden immortal. The master is already about to give her second discourse. Yet we have not yet stepped into the great Luo realm. To manifest one's own river of time in the real world is truly too difficult. My inner world also remains incomplete. Time itself. Success. As expected, senior brother Tai Shang is still ahead of us. Big brother. So someone has attained the great Tao of Daluo.
This aura of purity and inaction, it feels somewhat familiar.
I am Tai Shang. Today, I have attained the great Tao of Daluo. Let heaven and earth bear witness. Ta Shang, he really did it. How is this possible so soon? Congratulations, elder brother, on your eternal attainment of Daluo. Second brother, third brother. You two should strive to attain it as soon as possible. As soon as possible. I can sense that the river of time in the primordial world probably cannot sustain the existence of too many Daluo beings. It cannot bear it. Thank you for the reminder, elder brother. We understand. Today, I have attained the great Tao of Daluo. I am Tong Tian. Today, I have attained the great Tao of Daluo. What's going on? The Sinqing have all attained Daluo. I'm Jue. Today, I have attained the great Tao of Daluo. I am Xun Ti. Today, I have attained the great Tao of Daluo.
I'm Nuwa, 3,000 years have passed. I shall lecture on the Tao at the Huang Palace. All those destined are welcome to attend. Greetings, honored ones. From now on, you shall serve as the gatekeepers of this Huang Palace.
Fellow Taoist, your lecture is about to begin. I shall take my leave now. The methods of Daluo are about to spread throughout the primordial world. Its ascension to a higher dimension is just around the corner.
Fellow Taoist, as you wish.
I'm dead. This is the future of my demon tribe. Greetings, teacher.
Five senior brothers, please.
Greetings, teacher. Greetings, fellow Taoists. Why do I feel this heart-wrenching pain as if I've lost everything? Greetings, teacher.
I shall lecture on the Tao twice. The first lecture explained the path of heavenly immortal and golden immortal. This time, I will explain the path of Daluo.
Daluo, so there is indeed a path beyond the golden immortal.
What is Daluo? Daluo is the unity of all eternal time and space. It is absolute, eternal freedom, omnipresent. Tracing the past, extending into the future, standing firm in the present reality. Past, present, future. Three bodies merged into one, a trinity.
Is this the true meaning of eternal life?
In the past, fellow Taoist Yang Mei said that Daluo is the ultimate achievement in cultivation. Fewer than 1 in 10,000 can step into it.
May I ask, teacher, how can one strive for Daluo?
To attain Daluo, one must step into time, step into space, step into that realm of ultimate existence. And this ultimate realm is time and space.
May I ask, teacher, how can one reach it?
From my current understanding, there is an expedient method. It can be called the spiritual treasure traceback method. It involves merging one's own existence into a primordial spiritual treasure that aligns with one's own great Tao. With Lingbao as the vessel, trace the past, extend the future. As long as the traced past is ancient enough, the extended future is vast enough, one can prove the great perfection.
I see, primordial Lingbao.
Those of the great perfection transcends all time and space, mastering it, inverting cause and effect, controlling fate.
Existing and not existing, supreme and peerless, fearless and matchless.
I have several Lingbao placed on the treasure rock outside the palace. You may each take them according to your affinity.
Big brother, they haven't realized yet. We, the great perfection, have you forgotten the future? We saw in the river of time. Perhaps only when we all achieve the great perfection will we have a real chance to change things. Acting now would just repeat one of the futures we witnessed. How could that truly change anything? Big brother, those two mongrels got the supreme treasure. Should we strike first? Kill them? And seize the treasure?
Brothers, we should focus on reaching the great perfection first. Acting now is too risky. In every future we saw, didn't both sides suffer heavy losses?
Little sister is right. Our top priority is to break through to the great perfection. Only by uniting past, present, and future selves, standing in the real realm, can we truly master our own fate and change the tragic futures we witnessed.
Is this chaos really just one chaos world? Or is there chaos beyond chaos? Worlds beyond worlds. My origin, is it transmigration, reincarnation, or just the fantasy of some existence? The sole path to forge the Tao fruit.
Haha, we can't fall behind our senior brother. Junior brother, we should also advance further. Senior brother speaks wisely. It seems I am still the slowest. This path of embodying the Tao through tribulations and cycles is truly difficult. Congratulations, fellow Taoists, on achieving great perfection and completion. Finally proved my Tao. I am Hongjun. Today I proved the great perfection. It's him? That's Hongjun, who listened to the Tao with us. We listened to the master's teachings together, yet who would have thought he would be the first, besides the master's direct disciples, to prove the great perfection?
After all this time, this guy only just proved the great perfection.
His efficiency is a bit low.
I am Daijun. I am Taiyi. Today we prove the great perfection. I am Dijang. I am Jurong.
I Neil proved the great perfection today. Fellow Taoist Yang Mei was indeed right. When 3,000 great Luo divine demons exist, the primordial world can ascend. Although we haven't reached that number yet, this thing can already be called the primordial 2.0. Perhaps I should also try to advance further.
Crossing the entire chaos to find answers isn't practical.
Even with my nascent Tao fruit, it's still difficult.
To determine if it truly exists,
That so-called unique path to forging the Tao fruit.
I must seek from within. The primordial 2.0 era has arrived.
Perfect for testing some of my theories. The primordial world, Earth, do they truly exist? Or have they always existed?
Merely obscured by that so-called unique Earth-connected Tao brain. Primordial 2.0. Primordial 2.0.
Perhaps I need to give another push to usher in the primordial 3.0 era.
Brother, how do you think one steps into the great Luo ultimate realm?
Our teacher once said chaos was originally nothingness. But when the great god Pangu was born, it gained existence. Perhaps my Tao lies in tracing back to chaos, to the process of transitioning from nothingness to existence. Or rather, tracing back to the moment of the great god Pangu's existence.
The river of time cannot extend to the birth of chaos. Then what about oneself?
Chaos demons are born within chaos. They represent the 3,000 great Taos. The great god Pandu separated heaven and earth. The chaos demons tried to stop him. Most ultimately perished under Pangu's act.
This is Chaos version 1.6. Now, imprinted onto the real world. I am one with the great god Pangu. Thus, I have merged with this past self. I am infinitely close to the great Luo ultimate realm, infinitely close to the nascent Tao fruit.
So close to the great Luo ultimate realm already? That was fast. True in many myths and legends. MVW's status is somewhat higher than others.
It should be so, but this final step,
How will you cross it? It seems infinitely close.
yet a single step away, is an insurmountable chasm.
The past can be refined from falsehood into truth. But who can truly occupy all futures?
That so-called unique path to forging the Tao fruit. Is it truly the only one?
even I, existing beyond time and space,
having reached the nascent of fruit, occupying all so-called futures. What I occupy, is it truly all the futures of the real world? I hope you can give me a different answer.
Congratulations, teacher, on refining falsehood into truth and merging with your past self. Congratulations, master, on refining the false into the true and merging with your past self.
Through diligent cultivation, you have achieved this day.
Master, may we lead us to pay our respects to that venerable one, Yang Mei.
Very well. You may accompany me.
His Taoist sanctuary is actually built upon time itself. No wonder we could never locate it through any divination. Indeed, this venerable one's realm is beyond our comprehension.
Nuwa seeks an audience, fellow Taoists.
We seek an alliance with the venerable Yang Mei.
Join your opportunity has not yet arrived.
You must journey through the long river of time.
Niwa, your path as the Empress lies within heaven and earth, within the primordial chaos. You may journey to the primordial heaven and earth, Taishang, Yuanxi, Tongte.
Thank you for your guidance, fellow Taoist.
We pay our respects, venerable one.
I am aware of your purpose. May I ask, what is cultivation? What is heaven and earth? And what is the self?
What heaven confers is called nature. Following this nature is called the way. Cultivating this way is called teaching. The way cannot be left for an instant. If it could be left, it would not be the way. As for heaven and earth, they are the transformations of yin and yang. Things rarely reach their extremes. Heaven is the ultimate. Earth is the dragon. We are all beings within it. As for the self, I do not know. We beseech your instruction, venerable one. What is the self?
Yuanshi, is that celestial venerable Yuanshi? You?
Taishang is that silly venerable of virtue, you? And Tongxian, the nominee's treasure celestial venerable.
Foxy, the emperor C?
Venerable one, are you saying we can reach such heights?
Why not? Between heaven and earth, there were no myths.
No high-end primordial chaos. Because Niwa, did the concept of high-end primordial chaos come to be.
Then might it also be because of you that the concept of the supreme myth will come to be?
No myths, no high end, so that's it.
The primordial can ascend in dimension. Myths can naturally be reached.
This is a tribe of the Wu clan. Greetings, teacher. I didn't expect this to be a settlement of the Wu people. Teacher, you are a great Luo. What brings you to our remote corner? The venerable Yang Mei said, my path lies within this primordial chaos. So I came out to wander, to see this world. Please. The primordial chaos. So that's it. If I can create all living beings and prove the Tao of primordial chaos, why can't I create an entirely new race to actively welcome the future? To spread into the future. Ha! So that's it.
Teacher, what are you doing?
Has it begun?
Incredible. To think of such a method, turning the finite into the infinite. Even if one cannot truly occupy all futures, one can grant the future the potential for infinite derivation. With this posture of infinity,
One forcibly steps into the supreme realm of Daluo.
Hu teacher Nuwa. Shi. Ah, what a masterstroke truly. The teacher's talent is peerless, unprecedented, and unrepeatable.
You all, as the human race henceforth, are the nascent race of heaven and earth. Within one Yuanhui, you may not leave Mount Buzhou.
We pay our respects to the Holy Mother. We shall obey. Yes, Your Holiness.
You all must still strive harder.
Thank you, fellow Taoist, for bestowing this path. Fellow Taoist, could you enlighten me? What ultimately is a Tao fruit? What is the embryonic form of a Tao fruit? I have gleaned some understanding from fellow Taoists may have used words, but in the end, it remains unclear. I'm still perplexed.
The Dao fruit can be called the state of transcendence. One could say the existence beyond Daluo. The Daluo is eternal across time and space, omnipresent. Yet, Daluo may not be the ultimate. For what is beyond Daluo, forcefully name it Dao. What is Dao? The interaction of yin and yang is called Dao, or rather, establishing the Dao of heaven is called yin and yang. Establishing the Dao of earth is called softness and hardness. Establishing the Dao of humanity is called benevolence and righteousness. What is fruit? The fruit of a tree.
Like the fruits form upon the wood, the Tao fruit is the result of the great Tao.
The state of the Dao fruit is indescribable, undiscussable. To think of it is to err. To speak of it is to be mistaken. Only upon reaching the state of Dao fruit as one truly transcendent. In the Dao fruit realm, heaven and earth perish, yet the self is eternal. A single thought can alter reality. A single thought can conceal all existence. It is the one. The so-called embryonic form of a Dao fruit is the supreme realm of Daluo. Tushi is the level we have now reached. There is no further to advance, no further to cultivate. The so-called increase of worlds leads to an increase of self.
But this relative increase can no longer elevate our essence. To transcend the Daluo realm and step into the true Dao fruit state, what is needed is no longer addition, but subtraction.
It means spinning a cocoon to seek emptiness. Spinning a cocoon to seek emptiness is to constantly reduce one's own existence, great Tao, and even concepts, distributing them to others, letting them bear the burden. When someone can completely bear everything of yours and step into a level equal to yours,
then your spinning a cocoon to seek emptiness is perfected.
Yu Chao Shi, what the Holy Mother said, the time of Yuanhui have already arrived. Should we not venture out now? 思维人士, the outside world is likely fraught with extreme peril. Our human race is so weak.
However, we have not progressed here for over 10,000 years. If we still cannot find a new path,
Our human race may face a crisis of extinction. Alright, Yashir and Zishi, you two stay behind. I'll lead some clansmen to develop towards the mountains below. I've heard there are other powerful tribal clans over there. The witch tribe clans down the mountain, that works. Take your weapons with you. Be careful. And the Sishu Ren pays respects to the great witch.
honored guests, please. I've heard that your human clan has mastered another method of using fire. Might I have a look?
Of course.
Oh, it truly is. A strange flame, yet not powered by law. Instead, it harnesses the rules of heaven and earth.
You flatter me, great witch. Compared to your divine powers, my humble skill is nothing.
Who's, Lady Empress Jufeng, follow my arrangements. Yes. Suring, Our Lady Huntu has just issued a divine decree. She wishes for the witch tribe and humans to intermingle to bear new offspring. She has asked me to seek your opinion. I wonder if you are willing.
Intermingle?
Yes.
Yes, of course, yes.
Soon, groups of human tribes and the Hotu tribe of the witch tribe began to merge. Not long after, the first generation of mixed witch-human offspring was born. They possessed both the robust physique of the witch tribe and the intelligent primordial spirit of humans. Naturally, they were countless times stronger than pure-blooded humans. The entire witch tribe's developments accelerated. Even several more great witches were born. The future of my witch tribe lies with the humans. I must quickly have a good talk with my brothers.
Is my Tao also within the humans? But where does this path lead? Where exactly is it?
Very well, let this discussion end here. I imagine you, fellow Taoist, also have matters to attend to.
From this day forth, you are Tao ancestors, spreading my teachings to the humans, spreading the Tao to the world.
Teacher.
No need to say more. Follow my arrangements.
Yes, we humbly obey the teacher's decree. Teacher, what is the meaning of this? Why send us to preach the Tao? Just follow the teacher's arrangements. From this day forth, we shall immediately begin preaching the Tao. All right then, Brother Yuanxi, you go to the abodes of those innate fiend gods. Brother Tangqian, you go to the demon race. I will go see the humans. After you are educated, you may also come to the human realm to join me. The human race is probably very important. Alas, the sea of bitterness has no shore. Turn back and you'll find the land. The green ox is hard to cross. I shall help you. Ox, let's go to Mount Buzhou. I am the shaman of the rock tribe. May I ask, Elder? What brings you to our tribe? Shaman, human. So that's it. I'm merely walking through the primordial world, wishing to impart to you all a cultivation path that everyone can practice. I wonder if I am welcome. This cultivation path is the righteous path of the human world, refining essence into qi. Refining spirit to return to emptiness, refining emptiness to merge with the Tao. This method can be practiced by all. Everyone has the hope to attain the Tao and become immortal. I am the Supreme Lord of Heaven, Tongqian. 1,000 years later, I will lecture on the Tao at Golden Turtle Island. All who are destined may come. I am the primordial heavenly Lord, UT. 1,000 years later, I will lecture on the Tao at the Jade Void Palace on Mount Kunlun. All who are destined may. Eldest senior brother, what should our next step be? 1,000 years of preaching the Tao. And the teacher still hasn't given any new hints. Indeed, eldest senior brother, what is the profound meaning behind our preaching like this? I'm afraid our path to the Tao lies precisely in this preaching. Junior brothers, have you not felt it? The future we can spread to seems to be increasing. The future. What does it matter if the future spreads and increases, eldest senior brother? What we need is to attain great perfection of the great Luo. And the key to great Luo perfection lies in tracing back the past, merging with the past self. What does it have to do with the future? No. Third brother, if we can occupy enough of the future, then can we use this endless future to refine the false into the true, forcibly verifying our past? Perhaps we should go consult that one. Brother Fuqi, Taishan presumes to visit. Fellow Taoists, no need for formalities, please sit. Brother Fuqi, this sudden disturbance is to seek from you the path to great Luo perfection. I wonder you could enlighten us. Great Luo perfection is the perfection of time and space, when one's own Tao can spread to the beginning of creation and also permeate the endless future. That is the perfection of oneself. But to trace back to chaos, one's own Tao must align with the past, completing the refinement of false into true. In this world now, the history before the great god Pengu has been occupied by Teacher Niwa. How should we proceed? Fellow Taoists contends for the Tao of the future, great Luo perfection. Might you offer some guidance? No problem. Time and space. Time and space. Time and space are originally one. The past is singular, while the future is uncertain. to occupy the future. Nature must first generate enough futures. Otherwise, so-called occupation would merely be invasion, not true progress and advancement.
Indeed, they are about to take this step too.
Taiye, you shall go to Mount Kunlun at once. Mount Kunlun? What's there to do? Ancestor Hongjun was once a hermit at Mount Kunlun. When teacher in BWA lectured on the Tao, she also mentioned Ancestor Yangmei, founder of the great Tao of the primordial, whose Taoist sanctuary is near Mount Kunlun. Perhaps our opportunity lies there.
The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name.
Congratulations, fellow Taoists. Thank you for your guidance, Brother Fuqi. Your arrival is most timely. I wonder if the three of you could watch over Mount Buzhou for me for a while. Watch over Mount Buzhou? Yes, now that the primordial world continues to expand and evolve, this pillar of heaven and earth, Mount Buzhou, still needs someone to tend to it for a time, Brother Fuqi. What do you mean by this? You will know soon, brother. This is the cycle of life and death. Brother C has abandoned all his cultivation. Starting anew, his determination is truly firm. I'm ashamed he seeks to tread the path of a mortal, paving the way of myth.
It seems my speculation was correct.
The primordial 3.0 era is finally arriving. The primordial world ascends. Myths emerge, and humanity
Takes center stage on this world. Then, can Earth be far behind?
I will see for myself whether the so-called unique Tao fruit
Truly!
exists.
Outsider, you dare to seek the unique? Do you not fear the Tao's destruction and your own demise?
Heaven and earth give birth to the Tao gives birth to all things. How can there be a unique one? As the will of the long river, you should know space-time is boundless. How can the Tao fruit have a fixed number?
The Tao fruit is unique, a law of chaos. Pangu's creation was the beginning of the unique, and VW's creation of humanity was its continuation. You seek to break this pattern, defying chaos, defying heaven and earth.
Defying chaos. So, this is the true threshold of the Tao fruit.
Laws are set by people. Chaos is made by people. My three selves, past as cause, present as effect, future as potential, innate as one.
To defy heaven.
Child, drawing those strange patterns again.
Mother, this is the Tao. Following it, our tribe will not go hungry, nor be bullied by fierce beasts.
His child is a prodigy, a genius from heaven. Humanity's hope lies with him. Hand over spark now, and we'll spare your lives.
Deal.
Divine child. Fu Si is the divine child of the human race. Hail the divine child.
Elder Chief, this can be used for alchemy to heal our people's wounds.
Stubborn fool, the power of chaos is not for you to control. Today, I will reduce you to dust in the long river. The path's fruit is not singular. Though thou seeks the great Tao, we shall assist.
The ascension of the primordial world is not one man's feat. To defy the chaos is the will of all beings in the primordial world.
My thanks to you both, fellow Taoists. Today we shatter this chaos mandate.
Let the primordial world witness the true great Tao.
The great Tao is myriad. How can it be singular? Today, with all fellow Taoists, we defy the chaos together. My path is severance, severing all worldly opportunities. Severing the chaos mandate. The West is willing to ferry all beings of the primordial world. The Tao of the demon race lies in heaven and cosmos. We will not be mere vassals. As demon emperor, I shall protect all beings of the primordial world, defy chaos, and open a new heaven. The Luris was born from Pangu's essence blood. We must inherit Pangu's will to cleave heaven and earth, not guard a singular mandate.
The earth bears all things. All beings coexist. How can the past fruit be singular?
The chaos mandate was established by predecessors, not the Tao of heaven and earth itself. The true Tao of heaven and earth is the coexistence of all beings, the myriad great Tao. The past fruit is not fixed.
It is but a matter of the heart.
So I was wrong. Chaos has no fixed mandate. The mandate comes from the heart. The coexistence of all beings is the true great Tao. You shattered the singularity, allowing me to transcend. From now on, the river of time shall be ruled jointly by all beings of the primordial world.
Fellow Taoist, the chaos mandate is shattered. The past fruit is in action. The future of the primordial world is ours to forge together.
The chaos remnants are formidable. Their weakest at least golden immortal level. There are also several great low-level remnant souls. Our human race's cultivation is low. We cannot withstand them. Do any of you have a good plan? Perhaps we should seek help from the Wu and demon races, whose Houtu is on good terms with our human race. And Demon Emperor Daijin once at Tay. He's willing to face the chaos remnants alongside all races.
The Wu and demon races are strong, but they are also pinned down by the chaos remnants. They can barely protect themselves. We cannot always rely on others. We must find a way to save ourselves.
Chiefs, do not worry. I have deduced a formation, named the Primordial Bagua Formation. It can gather our people's power, channel the Tao of heaven and earth. Even mortals can use the formation's power to fight golden immortal level chaos remnants. Co-ruler, this formation is a treasure of the human race. We will arrange immediately for all clans to learn its deployment. The chaos remnants seek to annihilate our human race, to annihilate our primordial world. I, Fuxi, will not allow it. Young man, you shattered my chaos mandate. Destroyed my singular past fruit. Today, I lead the chaos remnants, trample the primordial wilderness, annihilate all beings.
The laws of chaos are broken, yet you remain obstinate.
Only the Tao shall perish, and your body is turned to dust. The primordial wilderness belongs to all beings. How dare you, remnants of chaos, run wild here?
A mere brat dares to challenge us? Today we slay you first, then trample the human race. Protect our human race. Protect the primordial wilderness. Borrow the power of heaven and earth. Gather the hearts of all beings. Primordial wilderness 8 trigrams formation. Activate. We cannot accept this. How can the laws of chaos perish like this?
Chaos has not perished. It merely exists in another form.
How can it just vanish?
The true meaning of chaos is the coexistence of all beings.
Your obstinacy will only reduce you to dust.
When the primordial wilderness was opened, Hangu created heavens, NVWA created humanity. We shattered the laws of chaos, opening the earth, path of the great dead. Today, we erect the altar of all beings to proclaim to heaven and earth the primordial wilderness has no master. All beings coexist.
Myriad are the path of the great Tao. All can prove the Tao. The Tao fruit is not unique. It depends on the heart and the action.
I am Wei, master of the Tao of creation. I vow to protect the Tao for all beings of the primordial wilderness, bestowing upon them the fate of creation, so that all living things may have vitality.
I'm Taishang, master of the Tao of virtue. I vow to expound the Tao for all beings of the primordial wilderness, transmitting the methods of cultivation, so that all living things may have a path to return. I'm Yuanshi, master of the Jade Purity Tao. I vow at the Jedi Palace on Mount Kunlun to expound the Tao and ferry those with affinity, cleaving heaven and earth to prove the Tao and become immortal. I am Tongjian, master of the Supreme Purity Tao. I vow to expound the Tao at the Green Touring Palace on Golden Turtle Island, seizing all opportunities between heaven and earth, so that all beings may have hope. We are Jieyin and Juntie, masters of the Western Tao. We vow to expound the Tao on Mount Sumeru and Vulture Peak, ferrying all suffering from the primordial wilderness, so that all living beings may have a shore to reach. We are Daijun and Taiyi, masters of the Tao, the demon tribe. We vow to protect the heavenly realm of the primordial wilderness, so all beings may have a sky shelter. We are the 12 ancestral witches, masters of the Tao of the witch tribe.
We vow to protect the great earth of the primordial wilderness,
So all beings may be born by the earth. I am Fixi, master of the Tao of the human tribe. I vow to lead humanity to coexist with all beings of the primordial wilderness, jointly protect the primordial wilderness, and jointly prove the great Tao. We thank you, ancestors, for opening the great Tao for the primordial wilderness and creating opportunities for all beings. Now the primordial wilderness is flourishing. All beings coexist. The ancestors' wish has been fulfilled.
The future of the primordial wilderness does not lie with me, but with all beings. It lies with you, with every being whose heart yearns for the great Tao. The Tao fruit is not unique. The primordial wilderness has no end. There is only constant exploration.
Keep moving forward. That's the true path.